up, everybody? It's me, the Nerdy Hero. I'm here to do another review, this time on the movie The Incredibles 2, or Incredibles 2 as it's titled. This movie took 14 years to come out, and now it's out, and I went to go see it, and honestly, I loved every minute of it. Now, this is still a child's or kid's movie, but when I went to the theater, I highly recommend going to a late showing if you are, let's say, 16 and up, I guess. If you want to experience the movie without any young children there crying or being bored and wanting to get up and go to use the bathroom and all that stuff, I recommend going to a late showing, which is what I did, and it was all adults in the theater, which is still funny because it still is a kids movie, but it was all adults in the theater, and everybody was laughing and cheering, and the movie was just so much fun. Now, it's not a perfect movie, and is it better than the first one? I don't know. But I just know I really loved where they went with this, and it takes place literally right at the end of the last one. You get to see them back in action, and you're like, okay, you get that feeling like, okay, we're back. This is the family, the Parr family, Dash, Jack, Violet, Elastigirl, and Mr. Incredible, of course. One of the faults I have with the movie, which really is not fair to it, but it's the biggest problem I have, which is it's kind of predictable. When it comes to certain plot twists that come along the way, I'm like, I saw them basically from the first ever reveal of this certain character. I'm like, oh, that character is probably going to be the bad guy. And I end up being right. And I'm like, okay, that was very predictable. But that's my biggest, that's really my only biggest issue with the film. The movie barely reaches 2 hours long, and it feels like a nice, solid throughout story. It doesn't feel like it's rushed in any parts. I feel like the pacing was just great. The action was phenomenal. I think the action might have been better than the first one. I'll say that for sure. Watching the kids kind of come back, I always wanted to see what happened. Like, you know, it's been 14 years since the last one, so I thought we'd get like a story that's like 10-14 years later. The kids are all grown up. Jack is a teenager now. But actually, I kind of like the fact that they stayed at this age, stayed right after the first one, because now you get to see the consequences of them taking on the Underminer, the fact that superheroes are still illegal, and how they have to go through the process of maybe trying to get that removed. So, you know, the movie ends at the first one, everything's all happy-go-lucky, the Underminer's back, let's go save the world, or save the city, but you realize that there are still consequences because superheroes are still illegal, even if they save the city in the world in the last one. I find the movie just to be so much fun to watch, and Jack has this one scene with a raccoon that made the whole theater erupt in laughter. It was fantastic and really entertaining to watch. The whole story takes place with Elastigirl becoming the forefront, being the superhero that now has a body cam on her, so that she can go out and save the day and show the public what it's like to be a superhero, and how maybe they can have that law overturned and things will start going their way. When a new villain arrives, Screenslaver, and he's doing hypnotic abilities through television and making superheroes and people and everything do whatever he wants. So Elastigirl has to face that, and that's where the plot really does take off. And that's where I said it gets kind of predictable, really, in a lot of parts. Still doesn't mean the movie isn't a lot of fun to watch. It is awesome to watch, and I highly recommend watching it in the theater. And if you don't go to see it in the theater, make sure you do rent it and watch it, because even if you like superhero movies, you gotta see this one. Also, right now, The Incredibles 2 is highly enjoyable. Recommend to everybody to watch this, old and young alike. Make sure you can like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That's all I gotta say. And as always, guys, remember, keep it nerdy.
Parenting is a heroic act. Done properly.